to big GMTV, having the hottest artists out the city. Like, can't find, like, bring it back, hottest bitches out the city. Don't do that. On GMTV.
Man, shout out GMTV. Y'all know. Man, come on, man. GMTV dropping the hottest gym with the motherfuckers. It's up.
Shout out to GMTV. They're my people. We started this shit together. The boy took that shit a long way.
Shout out GMTV, man. Drop the gym. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that, man.
GMTV, getting y'all the hottest gyms out the city.
Yeah, man, this is boy Lil G, man. Rocking with GMTV, man. You hear me? I need to do that video.
It's Gyms TV, getting y'all the hottest gyms out the city. Go ahead and let them know what gym we finna drop.
Hey man, you fucking with your boy Buns, I ain't hard, man. We finna do this shit. GMTV.
Bun Jane hard.
Yeah.
Alright, Bun, you know what I'm saying? Where you get the name from?
Oh, but that shit crazy. Like, I got that name when I was locked up in Metro. I had jig out with the label and I had the name Lil Debo. And before I got locked up and shit, like, I researched and shit, everybody had that name and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and them niggas had way more material than me, so I wound up getting locked up and shit, and I watching the LeBron James game, and I would never, if I get locked up in Metro or some shit like that, the first thing my mind frame go to is, especially if I got like a little stretch out, goddamn, I go to rapping in my motherfucking head, and I came up with like a little rap, and it was like, call me Lil Bun James, I mean Lil James Bun, when I shoot your little wing swap and I'm keeping the same gun. But I came up with that off of watching like a LeBron James game. I'm sitting on my bunk at the end, everybody in the barrier, they watching the LeBron James game and shit, and I just came up with that shit, you know what I'm saying? But when I got out though, I said I was gonna drop an album and shit using the name Lil Bun James. I just thought it would be hilarious and shit, you know. But still my name for real, you know. And
So
I got out.
Bun Jane, like Brun.
Like that's the name I was going for, Lil Bun James, because I was watching the Lil Bun James game, you know. And then I got out. I asked my goddamn CEO at the time about that shit, and he was fucking with it. And you know, around that time, like after I dropped the first song, I dropped a song called Hit the Fan. That was like the first song I dropped using the name at G3MS Studios, and like right after that, a lot of artists started taking the Lil off their name. Lil Bow Wow took the name off his name. Lil Wayne, you know, everybody started taking the Lil off. So I was like, shit, what if I took the Lil off my name, it'd just be Bun James. But then I felt like that just made people think I just flipped James Bun backwards, not even knowing where the name really came from. And goddamn, I was talking to my friends and we all laughed it off as a joke. They were like, shit, you ought to put hard at the end because you go hard. And I like, Bun James hard. And I was like, yeah, I think that shit'll rock. You know what I'm saying? And if it didn't, I was gonna make sure it rock. And even to this day, you know what I'm saying, people respect me. Not only because of my music, but the name too. You know, because I put forth the effort to make sure motherfuckers respect that. You know, so it goes hand in hand, the music and the name.
So you hard. Yeah. I really thought it was like Bun. I thought you were taking out like Jane Bun take. That's what I thought about it. Yeah. I'm glad you got them.
Fair. So you said you were locked up and then you got that name back, man. You're looking at LeBron James. How long you been rapping?
I've been writing rap since I was like 13, 14. But I look at like, you know, rapping for real is when you drop your first song. I don't care if it was in the closet and shit. And I dropped my first song at I was 17, and I was dropped out of school by then and shit, man. I did my first song at Lights Off Studios. You know, that was my first song I ever dropped. Not even using that name. Cause at the time my rap name was still Lil Debo, you know what I'm saying? So goddamn, but I dropped my first song then. I think it was called Blockstar or some shit like that.
Was it hard? Keep it real, man.
Shit, my daddy said it was hard.
I'm saying, you know that shit. It's your support. I'm saying, like, did your peers around you start to gravitate to it, or they just were like?
I say, like, when you doing music, like, even with any type of entertainment that you're doing, like any type of business, 9 times out of 10, it's always gonna be somebody you trying to please. You know, whether it's God, whether it's your mom, your dad. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit is hereditary. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you can grow up with that business mentality because of the way that your mom and your dad taught you. You know what I'm saying? So, goddamn.
Was your people?
When my dad told me that shit went hard,
yeah.
Cause my dad used, before that, see this the thing, like before that, like my dad used to always say, hey, you always studioing up your money and shit like that.
Like you wasting it?
Like I was wasting it. You know, so I never felt like they didn't believe in me. I always felt like it was gonna be a time where I prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? So because I felt like that was like all I had. Like my mom, goddamn, she killed that dream of me becoming like a basketball star, a football star because of my grades. But who's to blame her when if my grades were bad, then I should point the finger at myself. You know what I'm saying? So
she ain't let you play sport.
Yeah, but my dad always did, but he was locked up at the time. So goddamn, you know, the music is how I felt like I wanted to eat. But at the same time, I seen that like it was no holds barred when it came to that music. Yeah. Ain't nobody holding me back for keeping these bars in my head or writing these bars down. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like shit, the day that I get a chance to unleash that shit, I'ma unleash it, and that's exactly what I did. You know, so that shit just went from there, man.
But I want to talk about a little about the childhood. So you know what I'm saying? You said the dad was locked up. You know what I'm saying? Your mom ain't really support the rap stuff.
Yeah.
How you grew up in a 2-parent household? Or how that was?
Like my dad, my dad got locked up for 5 years in 2005. My dad and my mom, when I was a kid, my dad and my mom, if I'm not mistaken, my real dad and my mom, you know, they were separated or they were never married. You know, they was never married, but at 5 years old is when they parted ways.
Yeah.
You know, and my stepdad picked up the slack from there, 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you ask me, like, I love my dad and things of that nature, and I'm pretty sure he'll agree with what I'm about to say. Like, my stepdad showed me how to do things that a real man is supposed to do and how to be a man at the time that I really needed it, which was like my teenage years. Because when I lost my dad, I was like 10 years old. You know, so, and matter of fact, my dad went to prison maybe a couple weeks before my 5th grade graduation.
Yeah. So, how many siblings you have?
On my dad's side, I have Jennifer, I have Trey, and I have Diamond. You know, that's 3 sisters on my dad's side. And he says I have a brother, but that's not my brother. I've seen his real father. Like real shit. Like I've seen this man real father. And on my mom's side, shout out to my sisters and brothers. On my mom's side, I have Ladarius, which is my only brother on that side, and then I have Ladasia, and I have Kiara. You know, 2 sisters and 1 brother. And on my dad's side, I have 3 sisters and no brother. You know, so
Need that like claim. First time I seen one not claim one on the interview. Exclusive. Alright, so where you grew up at?
I grew up in Mobile, man. Like as far as I can remember, Pritchard is always gonna be my home. You know, PA. You know what I'm saying? Preacher's gonna always be my home because that's why I have like the most. I had the most family and the most memories. Like, truth be told, and I'm pretty sure anybody feel the same way I feel, man. Like, and that's from doctors, lawyers, and things of that nature. It's always gonna be a neighborhood you grew up in where you just really feel connected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you walk out the door, you don't have to worry about things and things of that nature. I grew up in Mobile, but I'm affiliated with Trinity Garden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a great grandmother that stayed over there for years. I used to walk from school all the way to our house in Trinity Garden. So you got Pritchard, Trinity Garden, and I would say Mobile, but I consider Pritchard as being Mobile, period. I consider Trinity Garden as being Mobile. You know, so like those two places, like that's where I'm from. Pritchard and Trinity Garden. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you in middle school at?
Middle school. The first middle school I ever went to in Alabama was goddamn Mobile County Training Middle School.
I was asking you because you said you Trinity Garden and Pritchard. You know, either you in the county or you in the
church side.
So I'm trying to say Pritchard or Trinity Garden.
We Mobile County all day. I rep that harder than I rep my hood.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you was mostly in Pritchard. That's why I was saying,
mostly
like,
in Pritchard. Yeah, that's the right. That's right.
If you was in the G, you would have been there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all I asked.
Alright. Oh, what high school you went to?
High school in the city. Cause even in middle school, I went to middle schools outside the state. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna talk about the city, like in the city, high school.
Like, been bouncing around, man.
Yeah, man, nigga been bouncing around.
And then you said outside the city, where you moved
outside the state, like I went to Mobile County. I flunked 6th grade. Causey, we moved to Atlanta, where I attended like Peachtree Ridge High School. If I'm not mistaken, that's school, the high school Lil Bow Wow went to and shit. Cause that's the first thing everybody kept telling the nigga as soon as he got there, first day.
Yeah.
And then I was about to go to I went to Marietta High School when I first got to Georgia. That was like right in the midst of Hurricane Katrina, when all the people from New Orleans were moving to Atlanta and things of that nature, migrating towards Mobile and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then after that we moved to Duluth, Georgia, where I went to Marietta High School, the school of Bow Wow I went to, and then we moved again to Douglasville, right around the corner from Six Flags, and my dad was getting out of prison like a month or two before that, like a month before that. He was already out. So when we got there, when we moved to Douglasville, my mom was like, I'm not gonna put you in this school. I'll just send you back down here with your dad and shit, you know what I'm saying? So when I got back to Mobile, the first high school I went to was it was supposed to be Blunt. No lie. I broke a family tradition. It was supposed to be Blunt. And my dad got out of work, came pick me up from my granddad's house, took me to the new Blunt. Well, took me to Blunt. And we stood in the line. The registration line was longer than the motherfucker. So within like 15 minutes of standing in line, my dad looked at me and said, nigga, I guess you gonna be going to Viger because this line longer than the motherfucker.
Yeah.
The line longer than the motherfucker. So I looked at my dad like, are you serious? Like, I gotta go to Viger High School because you don't understand the line, bro. You just took out work for this. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was the school I went to, the high school. The first high school I went to in Mobile was Viger.
Do you feel like...
No, it was Baker.
Look, I ain't trying to cut you off, but I ain't trying to let you... But there you go, keep it G with you. Like, do you feel like by you bouncing around from school to school to school, this city, you know what I'm saying, different states and shit, do you feel like that's kind of helping you with your rap career? You don't think they remember you because you were young?
I think it really helps me Cause like
People still remember you from.
yeah. Sometimes I get in those modes where, you know, you ever got in that mode you just feel like you know more of you than the people around you.
That's always.
You know, so when I run into new people and things of that nature, I always gravitate towards me knowing me more than anybody know me, and me moving around. Like when I first got to Atlanta in Duluth, Georgia, when I went to Peachtree Ridge, it was a different style, a different swag. Like we ain't have to wear uniforms, so I'm looking through my mobile shit like, damn.
Speaking of that, not cutting you off again.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't let me get no questions in trip.
What's tell your life story?
What's up with the suit? You was saying, speaking of swag, like you was saying you looking through your mobile swag. You know what I'm saying? What's up with the suit? You the first one out, we the interview, you know what I'm saying? Pull up in the suit, you got your jewels on, you doing your thing, probably your shit.
I think like the suit thing kind of came from, you know, my mom, not my dad, my mom and like my grandmother. You know, they used to pressure me. Like my grandma used to work at the cleaners, and she always used to have me starch down clothes and shit when I come to her house. And then when I be at my mom's house, my mom used to goddamn whip out her classy shit for me to iron, like, iron this. But me knowing that when I iron it, she gonna ask me to go with her. And my mom and my grandmother, they was the only two people that I always used to say, and these women, they always used to say like, where you think you going behind me looking like that? You know what I'm saying? So when I used to throw my shit on the ironing board after I ironed my mom's stuff, it was always to try to catch up with her swag. You know, so when I got older, and my first time putting a suit on, if I'm not mistaken, like a tuxedo, was like my mom's wedding, and just looking back at those pictures, I was like, man, I love that shit.
Yeah,
you know, the classy, like anybody that knows me in the city, like they'll tell you like one thing about him, he gonna always look good and smell good. You know, but it's a different feel when you put that suit on. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a different feel. Like I tell people, like, you see me as a thug, but I'm a Baptist in these clothes. I'm a Baptist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but y'all see something else.
How you gonna perform in a suit though, Bon?
I can make it shake. You know, I can make it shake only because you deal with alter egos in the music world and shit, and in the entertainment business. You deal with alter egos. Like some days I walk out the house, I feel like I look in the mirror, I be like, I look like a big brother today. You know what I'm saying? I look like the oldest son. Then some days I put on clothes, I be like, boy, I look like Bun Jane Hard today.
So you Bun Jane Hard right now?
I'm Bun Jane Hard right now. Right there, see it. Mixed with a little Derek, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what I'm saying? Put your story out there so they can understand who Bun Jane Hard is.
And I want everybody to know that anytime I do an interview with y'all, it's gonna be like this. This tailor made.
Yeah.
It wasn't no play. Almost $200 on this suit just to be slim fit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people probably seen it. This was the first suit I ever wore to a Trinity Garden parade. I killed that shit. I killed that, I swear to God.
I thought you kept that suit though.
I kept the suit. It's tailor made, and I don't wear it like that. Like my dad, he's in a motorcycle club, and they had cabarets the same night of the Trinity Garden parade.
I was just say you used to have balls and bust that bitch out.
I did that. Boy, man, my feet was fucked up after that shit. I walked so far, but if like as I recollect that day, bro, I killed everybody out that bitch.
Yeah.
I had women trying to pull me and people trying to pull me on their floats just because I got a suit. I'm the one that started the classic man shit for the Trinity Garden parade. I did that.
Yeah.
Because of the way I was dressed. And then I threw it out there.
Hold on, Bon. How old you all then, man?
This was like 2 years. I was 28 years old.
Alright, I was
28 years old.
Hey, look. I was just finna say that nigga, man, that's the CT. That nigga ain't grew at all. That nigga ain't grew at all.
Hey. Then me, man. Y'all niggas. y'all niggas sick.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Look, that's how you were running the shit, like everything that's out in the past tense. So I'm thinking like you was 16. Well, nigga, I ain't been little nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I been little.
No, I'm saying like you ain't grow that. If you was sitting out now, you said about 2 years ago. I feel what you saying.
I swear to God,
19.
bro. Hey, I work out. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I work out and things of nature, but I do slack. But when I slack, you still can't see it. So I hats off to what you said, cause bro, truth be told, my nigga, I want to be big like The Rock one day, my nigga. I done seen his transformation, but sometimes, like truth be told, that shit ain't work for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take me to go down that path to find that shit out. But I really want to be that big, only because like, Dad ain't just the average skinny nigga out here. No, Dad, he bumping with a nigga. He bumping smaller to the biggest. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it ain't even about that. It's just I want my entire family. Like if I'm in the household, me, my kids, my wife and shit, I want everybody to know that I'm there. You know, and testosterone is serious when it comes to a man. If you ain't got that, what do you really have? You know what I'm saying? You have to be on your toes when it comes to your family. And my family, man, family is sacred. You know, family is sacred. You gonna have issues when it comes to family, but family is sacred. Period.
So you talking about family? You got that song called what is that? Blood. That where the inspiration for that song come from?
Yeah, that blood song, like I wanted to get everybody that was affiliated with that street, not just the niggas that live on that street. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to get everybody that was affiliated with that street to just come through and show love. You know, but my mom, she actually was like the main inspiration, cause she was like, she always got at my neck about not doing music with my little brother. You know what I'm saying? And like at the time, my little brother wasn't going hard enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing what I know and me doing what I do, I just felt like my little brother didn't go hard. Period.
Yeah.
And I feel like he wasn't gonna get there.
What do you mean? Like he sucked?
At the time, like this a big brother. Listen.
No, I'm saying, did he have your support? I mean, did he support you? Did he support you?
My little brother supported me.
That's what I'm saying.
But see, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been on my own since I was 15.
But real, what I'm saying is, just think about another artist that's bigger than you, and then you come to them want to do a song, they might look at you like, oh, you suck, and then don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
What it was, bro, like, it wasn't that my brother sucked. It's just my brother wasn't in my lane. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a gospel singer don't want to listen to NBA YoungBoy. Two different lanes. And I feel like my music, like if y'all listen to my music, like my music is different from a lot of guys in the city. You know what I'm saying? But I made it that way, and I felt like, and if I'm not mistaken, man, I think I was arrogant for that. But I fought with my little brother though, because my mom, she threw it in my head that we should do a song, and I put my little brother. True be told, I would put my little brother to the test. I'm like, but put it like this. My mom came to me so convincingly, you get what I'm saying? Like, it was so convincing. Top like, shit, okay, mom, you right. But this is my brother. So whatever he put down on this track, it's going on my album. You get what I'm saying? So if I have my people saying, oh, your brother, he alright though, you know, I was with it. But I was still gonna stand behind him though. I'm putting you on my album. So I sent the track to my little brother. Like, true be told, I sent the track to my little brother. That was the first time I ever heard my little brother go hard to the point. It caught my attention. Like, what the fuck the nigga just said? The nigga went so motherfucking hard on the track till it made me believe in my brother. He can do this. You get what I'm saying? So that's how the Blood song came about. And truth be told, bro, it's more music to be made between me and my little brother. My little brother is the GOAT. I can't even lie.
And what the brother name is for the people?
TGY Dirty.
Yeah.
You know, I co-signed that boy. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Y'all might fuck around and hear a song that I ain't never heard that he dropped, and y'all gonna fuck with it, like that nigga the GOAT. But that's what I get for underestimating. You know what I'm saying? You know, just because he family. I did that. I regret that.
Hold on. Devo, I mean, Buns ain't hard. Would you think that little man syndrome, complex syndrome, what you just described, it kind of borderline, now you think that?
It could be, man.
So, if my other question is, you know what I'm saying, you said your music different. Describe to people what kind of music you putting out.
Like, the music I put out, man, is the music sometimes, man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Sometimes I put down music I daydream of. Like, if you're an artist and you ever sat down and listened to somebody's music and you be like, damn, I wish I made something like that. I wish I made that song in general. You know what I'm saying? And then I sit back and I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of people that I listen to is mainly because of my mom and shit. My dad used to listen to a lot of Too Short and things of that nature, but my mom used to listen to a lot of shit. Celine Dion, Drew Hill, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, you know, church music, Shekinah Glory, Smokey Norfolk, you know, Gerald Levert, things of that nature. Like, I'm a genuine dude. Anybody that ever met me will tell you, like, that nigga is a genuine nigga. You know, and he is in his own lane. But, like, just that type of music that my mom used to listen to, that is the shit that I listen to still to this day. I won't throw that on my kids. You know what I'm saying? It helps me create the music I make. Because, like, anybody else, and like I said, anybody that know me, they know I'm God-fearing. And I believe in karma. So, like, the music I make, man, is not just to take over the hood. The music I make is to skyrocket up out of my city. Like, and the shit that I'm in.
Fuck that street shit.
Like, dead serious. But the thing about it is, a lot of the street guys, they respect me as being a genuine guy. You get what I'm saying? So, it's not like I'm doing anything that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what I'm doing, they can do the same thing. But everybody has their own lane, so that's mainly why I get a lot of respect from a lot of guys in the streets and shit. And I'm in the streets, so it makes it no different. It's no different. We in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's just I handle my business out here in the streets a little different.
Who would you say they compare you to? Like,
in the city?
Yeah, in the city.
Like, a lot of people, like, they'll compare me to Young Blue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how you feel about that?
As far as, like,
you know what I'm saying, like, by Blue being a big artist and having that comparison, you know what I'm saying? Don't you think that's kind of like that's a salute for real, for real?
Yeah, it depends on how people take it. You know,
how you take it.
How I take it as a, you know, a double salute. You know, because a lot of people have it to where you got people that'll, you know, put money behind you and shit. Like, a lot of people don't know Young Blue named this shit investment because he had guys that invested into him. You know, I don't have it like that. Everything that I invest, anything anybody puts in my hand to go towards my music since I was, you know, 16, 17, I have to make the boldest decision of what to do with it, whether it's $30 for studio time or not. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody compare me to him, I'm like, shit, that's an honor, but y'all really don't have an idea or a clue on what y'all listening to and who Bun Jane Hart. Y'all really don't even know who Young Blue is. Y'all niggas don't even have a fucking clue. But at the same time, it's all respect. I wish a nigga can give me $2, $3, $4, $5 million to talk about a nigga in my city and disrespect a nigga in my city, period. I couldn't even do it. You know, so when it comes to any artist in the city, it's hats off, period. the first time I ever seen No Cap, I was on the fucking
How you feel about the raps?
the rap shit, how it's going
Before
on.
you go into that, like how you feel about the Mobile rap scene?
The Mobile rap scene, man, like a lot of the guys, it's a lot of guys out here that do music in the city. Like say, man, I blow up and be the biggest artist that ever came from the city. A lot of the artists in the city, you know, are from the city. Wouldn't even know that I done listened to their music and things of that nature. You know, I give my hats off and my congrats and things. Like, I was watching an interview y'all did with Big Chop and shit like that. A lot of guys I was hanging around and shit, them guys feel like them boys with the shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm supposed to do when I'm stuck to the ways of how I do my music.
Do you feel like Big Chop and the Mac scene, do you feel like they was a wave in the city?
Yeah, I personally do. Because I was like that to witness that shit. Yeah. And what I mean by witnessing that shit, like I can be at the Roger Williams store and you know, that boy Chop played, you know, he played around now and shit, you know, so me and my partners can be by the Roger Williams store trapping and shit like that. When he pull up, you know, all my niggas get silent like that such, that chop. And they telling me about their music, cause I ain't know who he was. You know what I'm saying? And them boys had to hit me on to what them boys had going on, you know, so like, yeah, Chop, them boys had a wave, whether they know it or not. I can't say that.
Who you feel like had the biggest wave in the city?
The biggest wave in the city?
Since your time, you know what I'm saying?
Since my time.
Just paying attention to the rap scene on Mobile.
I like that question. I like it exactly how you word it, just paying attention. The guys that I feel like had that wave is, you know, you got, what's crazy about how I'm finna answer it is I don't want to say no name first, but how I have to say somebody's name first. You know what I'm saying? I should, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in like my top 5 of my time. You got C-Nile, you got Mr. Biggs, and with them 2 names right there, I don't want to just, that's why I ain't want to say one of those names first because it's not a one, it's just my top 5. Yeah. But who am I to not have my opinion, and what better than give an opinion as far as artists than the top 5? You know what I'm saying? You got Mr. Biggs, C-Nile, them 2. You know, you gotta show your love to the dirty boys. You get what I'm saying?
Dirty boys ain't come down here though.
I know, but just from being from Alabama, I swear to God.
You talking about Alabama? You talking about
J Mobile.
Yeah.
You got, okay, the artists that I fuck with. You got C-Nile, Mr. Biggs. You got you got the boy Fat Rat. You know, I fuck with the boy Chaos. You know, and just my top 5 Chaos, and then.
So it's safe to say you ain't paying attention to none of the young rappers that's going popping up right now.
No, see, that was my time back then. When I was a young artist starving that would love to do songs with these niggas.
I'm saying just like I was saying about the wave in the city, like this, as far as you just being around, seeing, paying attention to who rapping in the city, like Spike Lee, Big Chop, and you know what I'm saying? Like
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's so I was paying so much attention to, in this interview, I can give a top 5, but I can't give a top 20 because I probably say a name of a guy that's doing music in Mobile that y'all probably never heard of. Yeah. And I just seen him for the first time the other night at my show. I ain't seen the nigga in so long. Like I'm not biased to who do great music in the city. I'm just biased. I'm not biased at all. I'm not biased into how guys do music and who do music. I focus more on the movement. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And my fifth would have been Chop them and they movement. Yeah. But that's just a top 5. If I can give a top 20, I want a top 30 because I know so many guys that do it.
Yeah.
So give a 3 artists out the city that you want to
right now. 3 guys out the city that I want to do music with. From Mobile, it'll be Billionaire Birdie, you know. You got No Cap. I do a song with him. I did a song with Blue. You know, so I would definitely say, real talk, I would definitely say Rallo Rodriguez. That song he just did with Gotta, but that shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
I can't go from the house to the car without listening to that shit if I want to turn up before I get fresh on that ass. Like, see it. So, Rallo, No Cap, and Billionaire Birdie.
Alright. Let's talk a little about your music, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many mixtapes you put out?
I put out 2 mixtapes.
Yeah.
In my entire life. I put out 2 mixtapes. One called No Hesitation. Then I put out No Hesitation 2. Now in the midst of finishing up No Hesitation 2, like each one of those mixtapes, like I did a photo shoot for them. You know what I'm saying? Cause this one Facebook was popping and shit. So I did a photo shoot. When I dropped No Hesitation, I did a photo shoot at G3MS Studios, like right outside the studio. And then I was working on No Hesitation 2, and I did a photo shoot at 1608. I was working there at the time, and I couldn't leave work, so I had to get him to come to me. Yeah. And 2 days after he did the photo shoot, when I was getting ready to drop the album, somebody broke in the studio, so all those songs got lost and shit. So if I did do another mixtape and it was all one take, it wasn't no written down, it was all one take, you know, because I tried to mimic the Wayne dedication mixtapes and things of that nature where you rap on another rapper's beats and shit. Yeah. Because back then everybody used to say I sound like Wayne, so that's why I switched my style up and just made it unique to the point where, you know, if a nigga tried to mimic my style, it's cool, but at the same time, I sound like me. I used to hate that shit. My dad was like the only person that helped me to get over the fact of people saying I sound like Wayne and shit, man. So I have dropped 2 mixtapes. No Hesitation, No Hesitation 2.
So you freestyle?
Yeah.
You don't write down, you freestyle?
I can. Like, any artist will tell you shit, they written shit be the littest shit. The freestyle, a lot of people feel like freestyle is just shit that's coming off your dome. No, that's not what freestyle is. Freestyle is your freestyle of doing your music. You know, punching in is Lil Wayne's way of freestyling. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And that's with any artist, you know. But if you ask me though, what I like doing better, writing or freestyling, like just writing or off the dome and some shit, I'd rather write. Cause I know I'm gonna hit you with punchlines. Cause a lot of my artists, a lot of my supporters and fans respect me as being a lyricist. Like, I'm a lyricist. I'm not just a writer. I'm a lyricist. Like, that's why my music sounds so different and shit like that.
Alright, for visuals on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you got? We already talked about Blood, you know what I'm saying? Like, Neighborhood, what the inspiration for Neighborhood was?
The inspiration for Neighborhood was like, that was gonna be the first video that I really tried to bring everybody that was really affiliated. The first video that I tried to bring everybody that was affiliated with across the track, Neal Avenue, you know what I'm saying? From people on the other side of the track, anybody that just even knew that I stayed on that side or you stayed on that side, on that street, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring everybody out. And that's where they came from as far as the video. But the song Neighborhood is just like, it was for the people. I felt inspired to, cause some songs you have to make statements. Yeah. And in that song I was trying to make a statement, you know, letting people know like shit, like, just because I'm not in the hood, that don't mean goddamn like I'm not that same person that you remember in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the shit, like I guess I'm too neighborhood to floss, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I wish a motherfucker would tell me I can't bring a BMW through the hood, you know, just cause I'm too neighborhood and he ain't got one. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna tell me that. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If we jank when I was riding the put, nigga, we gonna still jank when I ride the Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that song came about, bro.
And then you had neighborhood, and then you had what? Not look good.
Oh, that look good. Yeah, that look good song was like, oh man, like I like to do songs where it makes a person feel good, it makes them feel some type of way, but in a good way. So when I dropped the Look Good song, it was just, you know, it was me peaking in my career where I'm at the point where my songs are literally touching people and making them feel some type of way. So I dropped the Look Good just to show people, you know, like it's okay to look good and it's okay to do your thing and it's okay to switch it up, you know, and look good. If you want to look good as being a daddy or auntie or whatever, you can switch it up. Look good. Just make it look good, baby.
Yeah.
You know, so I had high hopes of that song reaching people in the way that whenever they try to look good for anything, that song is the first song that comes to mind, you know, so. And that song does have the most views of all my YouTube videos, so. And it's steady going up. I'll make that shake.
Alright, then you got your song with Lil Flip.
Mm-hmm.
Like how that came up.
Get on that Flip. That's the freestyle king.
The reason I did that song with Flip is I had the plugs and the connections to do a song with any artist I wanted to do a song with in Texas and shit, and I wound up signing a distribution deal with Sony / The Orchard, you know, and I really needed major distribution and I really needed the opportunity. So it was only right that, like, if I got, at the time I had the money, like if I have the money to do a song with my favorite artist from Texas,
Yeah.
do it. And at the time, like still to this day, my favorite artist is Lil Flip.
Yeah.
You know, so when I asked the label about setting it up, they set it up like that. You know, so it would just so happen the song with me and Flip, I made sure, because I signed the contract with the label and the next day I did the song with Flip. But in reality, I was supposed to sign that contract and do the song with Flip that same day, but Flip had something else going. He had another show.
Yeah.
You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Dallas or something. And I was in Arlington when I signed the contract. You know, so I was trying to handle business while I was up there.
Yeah.
You know, like, let me go and make that shake. And I had my whole team behind me and everybody was willing to move how I move.
Yeah.
So Flip was like, okay, we can do it the next day after you sign your contract. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And we made that shit shake, you know. Shouts out to bro. You know, he a super cool nigga. I got the number in all my phones.
Yeah, you learned something Flip.
Yeah, man, like, the biggest thing that Flip, you know, told me was like, shit, like, and I can't remember just in specific words and shit, but it was somewhere along the lines of, you know, cause Bert give me a lot of knowledge every time I see him. It was more along the lines of, you know, like just believe in yourself, man, you know, and really be like, just try your best to be the best at what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason waking up as a lawyer and going to court thinking you're gonna lose the case. You know, you want to wake up and believe that you're gonna win that case when you go to court and you're a lawyer and defending somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, so as an artist, like, I wake up every morning believing that any and every song or every move I make is the best move. You know, so
What's your next move?
Nah. My next move, shout out to Buns I Ain't Hard in his brand, man. You got the Buns I Ain't Hard cooks, man. Y'all want to cook? Get y'all a cook, man. Buns I Ain't Hard, man.
What you selling?
Selling them wholesale. Call my phone. All social media sites. Get in touch with me. But my next move is to get Megan Thee Stallion on the track.
You said Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
You like Texas rapper? I mean, you know, entertainment.
Like if you look at it, I ain't even gotta say it. Like, but if you look at it, bro, ask how many hot artists done came out of Texas. Texas is the new wave right now.
Yeah.
It's not Atlanta. It's Texas.
You gonna skip over Mobile? You don't think Mobile the new wave? Cause?
No, Mobile been the new wave.
Yeah.
They just catching up.
Yeah.
What I mean is,
They on the ride though.
ask what C9 did.
Yeah.
Ask what Mr. Big, you know, them two boys just alone, them boys can do song with anybody they wanted to do a song with.
Yeah.
You know, so it's only right that I had that same mindset. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Megan Thee Stallion is definitely the next person because I ain't really just had a chick on my albums and things of that nature. And my fans know I reach.
Yeah.
I reach big just for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Inspiration to somebody out there, motherfucker.
What would you say your fans are based like? Mobile, like Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Where your most support come from?
My most support right now, it comes from a region of places. Because like thanks to DistroKid, you'll know exactly where your music is being played at. You know what I'm saying? Who loving your music? How many times? I checked the song with me and Kurt Cobain last night, bro. And on DistroKid, if a song is being played while you looking and checking your streams, it has a button that flashes red and it says live. That lets you know somebody's listening to your song while you sit here checking the stream to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I have fans in the region of places, man. Mobile being one of them. Cause shit, my nigga, if a nigga said I had 2 hours to perform in Mobile, Alabama, bro, at a local club or some shit, my nigga, I'm gonna be ready in an hour, so I can take that other half an hour or the other hour sipping on something, and then taking that other 30 minutes calling everybody I fucking know to come out and support me. Simple as that.
Hey, so when the video for that Kurt Cobain coming out?
The Kurt Cobain video, you know, I just got confirmation that the video will be officially done and out on YouTube December the 20th.
Yeah.
December the 20th, 2020. Right before Christmas.
You said you want to do a song with Megan Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying? Give me 3 other artists out the industry you'll do a song with.
Definitely Ludacris. Like, that's my favorite artist of all artists in the world.
Yeah.
Ludacris. Big Crit. And Jay-Z.
And Jay-Z.
Is it safe to say that you do not support the new rappers, the new age rappers? You ain't in tune to what's going on. I ain't mean by you don't support, but you ain't in tune to the new rappers, like the new wave, new sound.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's safe to say that because, like, I love new, I love new age music. Also, one thing I can't do is, you know, overlook new age artists because, like, new age artists, you know, they are making a wave. The wave is made. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these new age artists. That's something I can't look over, even if I tried.
Yeah.
But when it comes to these new age artists, I love the new age artists. You get what I'm saying? And the reason I say that, you have like I told y'all in the beginning, like, I listen to all types of music, you know, so I can't just be stuck on rap. I refuse to. Even if somebody paid me, I still wouldn't, especially if it's dealing with my career. No.
Yeah.
You know, so you have new R. Kellys, you have new Lil Waynes. You know what I'm saying? You have new Jay-Z's. you have new Beyonces and things of that nature. Like, I'm not biased to the music. I listen to Beyonce. You know, I listen to NBA Youngboy. You know, King Von, Lil Durk, things of that nature. You know,
what genre do you classify yourself?
Hip hop / pop.
Pop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to take it to. Real talk.
So when you finish your career, you know what I'm saying, what you want the fans to remember you as?
I want my fans to remember me as a genuine businessman. You know, a genuine businessman that's in love with music. Like, I'm married to the music, and that I made great music. You know, and I did it for my family and the less fortunate and things of that nature. You know, you have to crawl before you walk. So if it's a dream that you have, man, in order for that dream to stand up and start walking, like, you really have to put that shit into motion, man. So the same way it takes a lot of shit for that TV to work, it's gonna take a lot of shit for a dream to work. If people believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? So.
Alright, so where they can find you at on social media?
You can find me at Bun James Hard on, you know, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me Bun James Hard on Facebook. On Facebook also, you can find me at Derrick Bendoff, DERRICK BNDPH. I don't deal with Twitter, man. Twitter is too much, you know.
Twitter like a porn site. Twitter raw.
To me, bro, like, Twitter is like a fucking bug, bro. Like a wasp or a bee that just keep
everything hit Twitter first.
True that.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it really do.
Twitter that.
Twitter that.
Alright, so anything you want to tell your hater?
I'll tell my haters to keep it classy, man.
Keep it class.
Keep it classy.
I'll leave that they go. He gonna keep it up. Yeah, alright.
Keep it classy.
I ain't gonna even lie, you keep flavor, bro. Like, you intelligent. You know how to talk. You know how that dumb shit, bro. I can't even blame you.
And what's the name of the next album gonna be?
The next album is called Splaggerville Hard, man.
Splaggerville.
Splaggerville Hard. Feel free to ask
shit.
It's to the hard part.
Feel free to ask questions. Real talk.
So,
It's catchy.
Y'all know crazy, bro.
What you saying?
I was asking, like, are you into anything else besides this? Y'all on the sudden, hey, you might want to promote that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, look, Splaggerville Hard is just.
I ain't talking about that splash.
I ain't seen it.
He got some freak shit. He got a freak shit. He got
You don't know
Because I know you had film.
He got no.
Yeah, you know I know the truth. I tell y'all the truth. Like, as far as rapping, man, like,
Y'all got quiet.
I'm into anything that makes money. I can say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it ain't endangering me or the people around me and shit, like, I'm into whatever makes money. Like, for real. You know, and if I know me correctly, so I know that anything that I would deal in besides music, I was gonna deal with a 401k plan. A lot of people don't even know that they can. You start a business, you can start your own 401k plan. A lot of people don't even know that. So, like, anything that deals with me outside of music, it comes with a 401k plan. Yeah, like, we can dip into that money. But you have to put work in, so.
You avoided that question, though. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm finna say.
Come with it.
Nah, I'm finna ask about, you know what I'm saying, anything you want to tell your fan.
I just want to tell my fans, shit, Bun James Hard gonna be around for a while.
Yeah.
You know, so if you hear some shit and you think it sound like me, 9 times out of 10 it's me.
Yeah.
Buttons ain't hard. Period.
Shout out to G3MS one time.
You know, shout out to G3MS TV. You know, y'all boys doing y'all motherfucking thing. Like Whippy said, you gonna be big. Y'all already up there. I like that shit, man. Hey, we gonna keep going with that shit. GMT, y'all can call me anytime. Anytime. GMTV. Just like that.
Sorry.
You got some more? It's Gems TV, getting y'all the hottest gems out of the city.